Sleepy here, kind of cool and sleepy, yeah.
It is very laid back. It is very laid back. Because we got nothing but time.
Okay.
You know? We got nothing but time. No rush, no fuss, no muss. I like that word, muss.
Me too, muss.
I must go to the bathroom. Who cracks you up today? Who's funny for you when you're sitting and watching?
There's a lot of people that are funny. Well, I won't discuss present company.
No, I'm out.
Well, you know, the kind of thing that cracks, you like things for different reasons, you know. Some things you like just because you like the content or something, or you like the sensibility of the person, or what you sense behind it, you know. I remember the first time I saw Marsha Warfield, you know, it tickled me because folding them panties at the laundromat, you know.
Yes.
So something like that tickles me. I mean, there's things make you laugh for different reasons.
Yeah,
But, you know that routine, you know what I'm talking about when she says when she's folding her drawers, you know, at the...
And I always think that Marsha's quite underrated as a comedian.
Yeah.
Because she cracks me up. She cracks... Do you crack yourself up?
I have. Very infrequently, but like if something's really... Well, let me think about... Yes, I have cracked myself up. Yeah, once in a while. Like if I see a piece of tape, you know, where sometimes something Mrs. B's... But I like... See, I'll be cracking up at something that nobody ever is like, look at... They don't know why you're, you know, maybe you're laughing at it. But sometimes something a character does, if it's so true or seems so funny or it's like when you were doing that baby in the makeup room, you know. Now anything that's like really human that really splits something apart, I don't know why it makes you just crack up.
Yeah, it's a.
Sometimes funny lines make you crack up.
Yeah.
I don't understand comedy. I don't really.
No,
and there are a lot of people who would like testify to that.
They're usually producers. But comedy is very subjective, though.
Yeah. What I love to do most of all is I always like to put the characters in the world. You know, like when The Search opened as a movie in New York and L.A. and San Francisco, I opened the box offices as Ernestine, as an usherette, you know, as the head usher. And I've always done stuff like that because that's what I love best of all.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody going along for the trip. And then once Ernestine, you know, got nominated for an Emmy.
Yes.
She did this takeoff on Flashdance, and it is awfully good. But so she went to so when she went to the Emmys, you know, she had this real beautiful white beaded dress made with a black candlestick phone worked into it, you know, and a big black fur muff. And I had 2 limousines. And how I rationalized that Ernestine had this like very expensive dress from you know, Courtney's was that she blackmailed them. You know, she has taped conversations on everybody. So and they owed her, you know, and she got her a free dress. And so she comes to the Emmys with 2 big white limos and two men in livery and 2 Russian wolfhounds and her own film crew. And the one thing, this is what I was just telling this someone yesterday, because this is the kind of thing I regret more than anything in my life, because I was going to have a guy like Vito, the repairman, wearing a, you know, communication worker's jacket and running ahead of her every few steps and kneeling and playing on the trumpet, you know, reach out. And I said, no, it'll be too much. You know, the dogs and the cars and the film crew, to have Vito with the playing Reach Out will be too... And then I looked at the tape and I looked at the news footage and I thought, if only I'd had Vito playing Reach Out, it would have been just great. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, she didn't win the Emmy, you know, and I sat in the audience 5 or 6 hours, you know, like this, you know, looking really glamorous. And of course, people come up and they either say, oh, you want to know something else about that? I said, who should I get to be Ernestine's date, you know? So at first I thought, well, Julio would be the best.
Right.
And then I couldn't get through to Julio, so then I thought, I'll get Gordon Liddy, because they work together, wiretapping, you know? And I could have got Gordon Liddy to take Ernestine to the Emmys, you know? And then I thought, no, I won't do that. As much fun as that would have been, I thought I won't do that because it'll, you know, I would just really be using the guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So So anyway, so when Ernestine lost at the Emmys, first of all, I'm going to tell this story publicly for the first time because I have wanted to exonerate myself for years. I sat behind Diana Muldaur, the president of the Academy at that time, of the Television Academy.
Right.
And she was sitting with her husband, and of course I was in character, and I could see now in reflection, I see they put me in that second row behind the president because they wanted to keep an eye on me. Because they thought I was going to do something, you know, to embarrass the Academy.
Right.
Not understanding how wonderful it is that Ernestine was thrilled to be not, you know.
Yeah.
And so I leaned forward, you know, and I said, "Oh, Miss Muldaur, you know, I'm so thrilled and excited. This is my very first Emmys." And she turned around and she said, "It may be your last." You know? So, and I was just, well, Ernestine didn't blanch, but I did inwardly, and I thought, So anyway, Dwight Hemian and Gary Smith are the director and the producer. Am I ranting on about this?
No, 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 no.
And so, and I had a black, I was feared that I might lose. And so I had had a black silk hanky made, you know, with a big E on it, a big white E on it. And I don't know why, it was like Gary and Dwight could feel me, you know, sitting there because I sat there stoic while Cloris Leachman won. And, and they just stayed on Ernestine just long enough because I really waited a long, long beat of sitting there, and I whipped out that hanky, you know, and went, And the next day, this is the way people react. It's so great. Because that night at the theater, people are either saying to me, like, "Ernestine, you look so beautiful tonight," you know.
Right.
Or else they're, like, looking down the aisle like that, you know, and turning back. Like, they can't believe somebody would sit there for 5 hours with their face like that. So, but the best when the two responses I got, people would call up and they'd say, "Lily must have really been upset last night that she lost the Emmy." And another person sent me a postcard that said, "Ernestine, you were a vision of dignity and pathos." So, I was going to tell you another story, like, related to that, and I got off on that story. I don't know why.
Well, that's okay.
Okay.
Because we'll be back with Lily Tomlin.
All right.
I love Ernestine.
Operator, would you please get me the backstage number at the Hollywood Tonight Show, my agent, Arthur Davis?
You know, you really can help keep your phone costs down just by looking up the number in your directory.
I don't have one. I am in a limousine.
Oh, save it.
Well, Lily,
What? Your face is so great.
I told you, I copped it from you.
No, you don't have these cheeks, you know, and everything. Your face just comes, it just leaps out like this. It's so great, isn't it?
Well, maybe our faces can leap out together sometime.
Okay.
Maybe we can play. That would be great. If you're smart, you'll take us up on that. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad to
See
be
you
here.
tomorrow. And good night, Donna, wherever you are.